Hey there guys, and welcome back to another Factorio mod spotlight. I'm Exterminator, and thank you for joining me today. And we are covering another Spidertron mod. I know there's been quite a few. There was a little break there, but this is one I actually wanted to cover a week or so ago and then did something else instead. This is the Spidertron Waypoints mod, and it's very cool, and the name pretty much is a good descriptor of what it does. So this allows you to set waypoints and allows you to set patrol routes for your Spidertrons. And I'm going to show you both those things here. And it works really nicely. It's really cleanly done from what I can tell. So we have two Spidertrons. We have one here, this red one, and one that's green. First, we want to link up our remotes, as always, just by clicking the remote and clicking the Spidertron. This is normal procedure. And then we have two buttons down here. We have the waypoint mode, which I've enabled, and the patrol mode. Now, you can access these with hotkeys shown here. But you can just put them here as well if you want buttons. Now you can switch between modes several ways. If you take a remote, if you shift scroll wheel, you can see it's going here. It's actually switching between them, so it just went from waypoint mode to patrol mode, and then back to normal mode. And you'll see it kind of shows little indicators there. So that's really nice. If we do Shift F. So Shift F is just normal. Shift C brings up the waypoint mode, and then Shift X brings up the patrol mode, and then Shift F goes back. So scroll wheel, hold Shift and scroll wheel, much like you scroll through blueprint books. And then those hotkeys I just mentioned, you can change those, of course. And this is how this works. So I'm going to go to waypoint mode first. This is the simpler version. Again, you could just use the hotkey, and you simply just click as if you were to normally move it. And you can see we have some numbers lighting up here. And there we go. So I can just put the remote away, and he'll follow this. He's going the way I set him. He won't continue on this, again, because this is waypoints and not patrols. And you can see, there we go. He just did what I told him to do. So that's pretty cool. You could kind of just send him to different waypoints, different bases, and then he'll just go and destroy them all if you're confident that it won't die in the process. And then the other really nice feature is the patrol mode. So there's a few things you can do with this patrol mode. Patrol mode is, pretty sure we all know what patrolling is here. So if we take this, click here, basically you click to mark the sequence you want, and then you click on the one where you can alt click to finish the sequence, and the Spidertron will start following it. And then you can press Y after placing a waypoint to set the duration for it. So this is kind of, I guess, valid for both those. So we can click here, and then we can click here, and if I hit Y, I can set this. So let's just say 5 seconds. And it actually shows here. If we zoom in, it shows right there. And then we click this. And now I only have it waiting at this one. And you can see it's actually ticking down. Like I said, very cleanly done here. And then he leaves, and he'll just patrol this. Now, of course, there's no wait here because I didn't set it. And you could just have no wait at all. I just did it to demonstrate. But you can see how this is a really good way to kind of protect your base, or if you want to stop expansion. Much like how you can use artillery to stop expansion, because it will kill bases that get in their range. You can have Spidertrons just patrol, maybe your pollution range or your pollution cloud or something, or the outskirts of your walls, and then they will just kill any biters that come to expand. And then if we click this and go back to this mode, and you can see this is still working while I do this because I'm using another Spidertron. If we come here and then here, and I hit Y again, I can do this, just to show you again, I can do this on actual just waypoints, even if it's not a patrol. So that's pretty nice. And you do need the remote in hand. I'm hitting Y, it doesn't do anything. I need the remote in hand to do that. And there we go. So this is really nice. They'll just patrol, they'll just go. Again, you can cycle through the modes like I showed you. Hit Y to change the duration after you've placed a point. So you have to do it, right after you click that point before you go to another point. And then a few notes here is Basically, so like I said, the shift scroll is derived from where the blueprint book scrolling works. So if you've changed your hotkey for that, like in the base game settings, you know, in your settings, if you've changed how you scroll through blueprints, that will affect how you scroll through the remote here. So just a note there. Um, and then a few other things. There are a few conflictions here that might matter if we take a look here. So the dependency, so there's a conflict with Spidertron weapon switcher, disconnect Spidertron remote, and unfortunately Spidertron squad control. So this is a conflict. So unfortunately you cannot have this and like the squad control mod, which I previously spotlighted, using them together. Sadly, you can't do that. And then the last thing is the waypoint markers cannot be seen in the map view. That requires an API addition that probably looks like it's coming in the next actual Factorio update 1.1. So just a note there. I mean, you can see that he's moving to them. I mean, that's just how the Spidertrons work anyway. It shows this just as it would, but it doesn't actually show the whole patrol route like it does here. So there we go. That's the mod, guys. Really, really great. I think it's fantastic. A few settings here include patrol mode in cycle. So this only affects the next mode, previous mode, the shift scroll thing. And then the include waypoint mode cycle. Again, this is that included in the cycling option. And then none of this. So it's just those two options right there. Pretty straightforward. No tech for this aside from just the Spidertron itself. Which then just unlocks the remote and everything you need. So there you go, guys. That's the mod. There is a link in the description, as always, in these videos to the mod portal where you can check this out with a bunch of explanations. There's breakdowns of how this all works, bullet points and stuff, which is quite nice. Some of what I was reading from there. Future updates listed as well, which is pretty cool. You know, like waiting at waypoints until a condition is met, which is pretty cool. Like no weapons fired for X seconds, etc. And they do plan for future updates to have compatibility with Spidertron squad control, and they're in the process of doing that, which is pretty awesome. So that will be a thing in the future. Anyway, guys, that's a mod. If you have any questions or thoughts, or if I forgot anything, leave down below in the comments, as always. And if you did enjoy, a like is much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe if you aren't, to keep up with all the content and videos I'm putting out. Until next time, though, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.